Good morning. I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. Now for the news in details. Jamaica's Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, has ruled that there is no basis in law for criminal charges to be laid in the investigation of the death of Jodian Farron, the young mother who died after being denied access to health care at several hospitals in April. In a document outlining the reasons for the ruling, the ODPP said in part there was no material to establish the negligence or incompetence of any doctor or any other person. The ODPP further ruled that no useful purpose would be served in remitting the matter to the learned coroner, as a coroner's jury properly directed in law would inevitably reach the same conclusions as outlined in the ruling. The report concluded that issues surrounding possible breaches of duty of care of Farron in her interface with either her private physician or the public health institution would be best answered by a court of law exercising its civil jurisdiction and would therefore be outside the purview of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, has joined calls for Prime Minister Andrew Holness to re-evaluate his position on the matter of the chairmanship of the sessional committees in the House of Representatives. The organization noted that civil society groups have made recommendations that can be considered in these deliberations. In a press release yesterday, the organization explained that secessional committees have the responsibility of ventilating government policy positions and projects and to bring these deliberations into the public space while providing oversight on behalf of the Jamaican citizenry. The PSOJ said it understands that the development and execution of the government policy and projects will not and have not been hampered by the relative inactivity of these committees. It further noted that the opposition has a duty and responsibility to execute and must take responsibility for the failure of this oversight function, as the effective operation in these secessional committees is paramount to the maintenance of accountability and good governance. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Promotions Corporation JAMPRO has launched the first phase of the National Business Portal NBP to facilitate multiple business-to-government transactions in an online location. The website dobusiness.gov.jm was built by eGov Jamaica Limited. According to JAMPRO, the platform aims to strengthen the investment environment in Jamaica by delivering comprehensive information and guidance to facilitate private investments. It said the website provides detailed guidance on steps to take for myriad government business processes along the lifespan of investment projects. The corporation disclosed that the NPB will serve as the central point through which an investment are routed, providing transparency and government cohesion. When complete, the portal will connect private investors and other persons with government stakeholders and will enable the delivery of services like registering an initiative as an investment project, applying for incentives, divestment of crown lands, and other activities, JAMPRO said. Jamaica's Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says his ministry remains committed to working with Jamaica's rural communities to strengthen their resilience, create jobs, and provide economic opportunities. The ministry said this focus on rural development is a critical pillar in its plan to rebuild the industry, which has been severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. He outlined that pre-pandemic there were 1.5 billion international tourist arrivals. Travel and tourism accounted for 10.3% of global GDP, and it employed 1 in 10 people around the world. One key project the ministry and key partners will be completing soon to benefit rural communities is Jamaica's first artisan village at the Hamden Wharf in Falmouth, which is on target to open at the end of 2020, the minister said. It said the project will see other artisan villages being established in Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, Port Antonio, and Negril. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good morning.